That's that. You know
Alex
what I mean?
Trejo, I do not have a wig. Stop spreading that nasty rumor.
Yes, indeed. That gangsta shit at last. Black gloves, black mask, coming for your crack stash. I'ma let that Mac blast. You bragging about your stacks of cash like a car on 4 flats. That'll get you jacked fast. Boy, you a pussy. You say you move them white bricks. 100,000 for your chain. Damn, that's a nice lick. Don't be stunting around here. We'll take your life quick. Your niggas want beef. I kill your dogs. Word to Mike Vick. I fuck with killer, cause that man's shoulder weight. When I'm starving, I'm robbing. Batman's protege, resorting back to past crimes. These ain't just jack rhymes, all these niggas cookies. And guess what? It's snack time.
Again, if anybody would like to donate, I'm doing a pretty good job for you today. 143 people. Let me see. Oh, I know. Yeah, that shit. What if they spend that $2 on dope and end up overdosing? That's the reason I won't just give to anyone like that. Well, because they're probably better off. I'm not talking about people who look like they have a promising future ahead of them. You know what I mean? I'm sure some of them would like to be put out of their fucking misery.
Mr. Addiction and Recovery right here. This is how he's helping addicts. He's belittling them and talking shit like a little bitch hoping they die. Remember this the next time he does an Addiction and Recovery stream.
You know? If some pretty college-age girl comes up to me and has tracks on her arms and says, can I have some money? No, you know? I wouldn't want to contribute to your overdose. But, you know, if you look like Tony Pizza, oh, you need money for dope? Here you go. Make sure you get the one with the fentanyl in it.
Make sure you get the one with the fentanyl in it.
Was it someone who donated to him eating peanut butter and crackers while Pizza was eating steak? Yeah, that was the Mark Schumacher guy, yeah. No, I feel you on that, Tony Ducks. And any and all money he has ever received. Keyword ever. Because people can say, oh, you get money this year, people hand you money, blah, blah, blah. Oh, say what you want. But I've done a million different things for money throughout my life. Okay, I've worked, I've busted my fucking ass in back-breaking fucking jobs. I had my own business. I sold drugs. And I risked my life every fucking single day and my freedom. Tony Pizza has only ever gotten money handed to him, you know? So anything he's ever had, and here's the funny part, he never had much, but anything he did have came from people's generosity because they feel bad for him because of his lifelong mission to sadfish. One day. I felt terrible yesterday, guys. I mean, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Shanna was about to take me to the hospital. Heart failure is not fun. It's not fun. Be healthy. Trust me, without your health, you ain't got shit. Same thing as when he's on the corner. You know, he's sitting there all bundled up. We saw pictures of him. All bundled up with the blanket and shit, pretending he's fucking freezing to death. You know, when begging for money wasn't enough, you know, he started with the political shit. The one picture we have of him, he's got the Trump sign and all that. You know, listen, I told you, Tony Pizza's a dumb individual, but he's not that dumb. You know, like he knows that just the way the world is today is divided, this country anyway as it is. If you sit there with a Trump sign, at least 40 to 50% of the people who pass you are probably going to throw you some money. You know what I mean? Salute, MobTube.
I'm ripping and I'm tearing through these pussies like a chainsaw. Heat seekers shooting up the place, it's a graveyard. Keep on thinking shit is fucking sweet till your face gone. Surgeon with a knife, I hack his brain up with a bow saw. I'm ripping and I'm tearing through these pussies like a chainsaw. Heat seekers shooting up the place, it's a graveyard. Keep on thinking shit is fucking sweet till your face gone. Surgeon with a knife, I hack his brain up with a bow saw. Hellfire missile, they ain't picking up his body. No. Drop big bombs, dissipate them like it's Nagasaki. Rush pit fists in the pit till their faces bloody. Ripping and I'm tearing, call me Duke God with the super shotty. Watch for me upon my enemies, cause I don't show no mercy. Leaving all these bodies in my path, I make them go retreat. Heartbeat stopping when I catch them go to sleep. What? Chainsaw them tearing through the meat, I'll make them bleed. Go!
Throw him some money, you know? So, you know, he knows his hustle. And he always did, but that's all it is, you know? He's never done anything. And if this all ends tomorrow, he'll never do anything. Tony Pizza will not work. You know, you got to understand what that means. He will not. He said it himself. This means that, yes, I truly believe that if there were two options, go out and get a job and work your ass off or die outside in the elements, he'd rather die. He'd rather die. He's a belligerent little prick. Even if he could get a job and had the determination to hold one, he wouldn't be able to. You know, he's entitled. He feels like he deserves special treatment. He feels like the world owes him something.
Does this description sound like anyone else y'all know? Is this motherfucker describing himself, or is he really that clueless? I can't tell.
And because of that, you know, you can't hold the job. It's impossible because you can't be told any fucking thing. And that's not how jobs work. You know, sometimes you got to take orders. Sometimes you even got to eat a little bit of shit. You know, that's just the way it is. He can't do it. He can't do it. So there's no comparison between him and anyone else on MobTube or anyone else, period, that I've ever come across. Because even people who've had their hand out their whole lives, I would have to believe that the large majority of them are grateful for what they get. Probably not all of them, because of course, if you've never had to work for anything and it's always been handed to you, that's what creates a feeling of entitlement. You know, he feels like he's entitled to everything. A lot of people do, I guess.
Yeah, you're one of them, Piggy.
But I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything, because this is not a guy who just gets the bare minimum. Like, oh, they gave him enough food to eat today. Maybe get a couple of bottles of water. Oh, they even gave him enough money for a room. Why people give money to him, but I told you guys, and trust me, I've seen his chat. I see the way they think. They talk about children in sexual perverted ways. I've seen Christopher George do it, talk about underage kids like that. I've seen it with my own eyes. They all do it in that chat. Listen, your mother might be in a porn stack because she was a crack whore. You know what I mean? Your daughter eventually will too.
Your daughter eventually will too. Your daughter eventually will too.
You know, they talk about, they say horrible things about people's family members. They say the most despicable shit in the world. And that's why they give him money, you know, because that's all the mental midget does is talk about wives and children. I say nothing about him, and the piece of shit talks about my 5-year-old daughter. See what I'm saying? You know, that's why if you were to tell me Tony Pizza's a chomo or Christopher George or anybody in his chat, I'd be like, of course they are. Listen, your mother might be in a porn stack because she was a crack whore. You know what I mean? Your daughter eventually will too.
Your daughter eventually will too. Your daughter eventually will too.
Of course they are. Who else could talk about children that way? There's no doubt about it. Listen, your mother might be in a porn stack because she was a crack whore. You know what I mean? Your daughter eventually will too.
Your daughter eventually will too. Your daughter eventually will too.
So I'd be surprised if they weren't. Leon, that'll definitely piss him off, especially my name. $5,000 a month, but he's always broke. That's why I say, you assholes who donate to him are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, because you can't seem to figure that out or see it. And if you do see it, but it doesn't bother you, you just want him to talk about me, so you give him money. That makes you even more of a fucking loser.
Piggy just described every single one of his fucking donators. Man, the hypocrisy in this fucking video is fucking crazy.
Honestly, like, because, you know, why don't you create a fucking channel and do it yourself? You know, or if you're so goddamn homophobic and all that shit, grow some balls. Come on, express all that shit, all that hatred, that racism and stuff that he spews for you. Come on and do it yourself. No, they pay this guy. They don't even care how much money he has stashed. And if you're doing it because you think it bothers me, you are out of your fucking mind. Again, there's never been a time, not a day, where Tony Pizza's income has bothered me.
Is that why you sat and talked about Pizza's income for 2 hours straight? Because it doesn't bother you?
The only time I'm bothered by somebody's income is mine, when it's not enough. Okay, that's it. I never look at anybody else's money, count their money. You know, I don't care about anyone else's pockets or wallet. I never count anyone else's money. I don't care. That's why I'm the one guy who over the last 2.5 years has gone out of his way to make more people money than anyone else. There's been nobody who's fucking promoted people's channels, helped build their channels, encouraged people to donate to other content creators. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what anybody else makes. I don't even care if you're making more than me, as long as I'm making what I consider to be enough money. And Tony Pizza especially, because you got to understand, I'll say it again. If Tony was making $1 million a year, he still wouldn't have anything, and he wouldn't be anywhere near where I am in life. No way. At this point, Tony couldn't even catch up if he tried. He's going to be 57 years old. How many years of life does he have left? Look at him. Seriously. He's bringing in all this money. He told me that. Right? And he's admitted, and other people have called him, Dixie called him, I believe, Dixie Lee Ranch. Didn't she say something like he would have her send him cash apps, then he would send the money back? You know, if you're desperate for money, you're not going to do that, because you don't want people thinking you have the money, because then they won't send you any more.
Hey, if y'all remember, Piggy did that shit to that Ali Chabar guy. Behind the scenes, they get someone to send them a fucking big donation. That way it will encourage their simps to start sending them too. That's why he does that match shit. He'll get somebody behind the scenes to send a fucking donation, and then he'll be like, match, somebody match it. That's his fucking game. But of course, this lying hypocrite's gonna fucking sit there and accuse other people of doing it, even though he fucking does it.
So the only time you do that is if you don't really need it. You just want to make it look, because you think it bothers people like me for whatever reason. When you make a lot of money, I couldn't give a fuck. You know, you'll always be a homeless scumbag. Don't matter what you make.
No, it bothers the fucking shit out of you. Because you spend 3 or 4 nights a week whining about pizza making money. It really bothers you.
But that's why he does it. He's in competition with people who couldn't give a fuck if he lived or died. He wants to look like a big shot. Look at all this money I'm bringing in. Well, yesterday we saw he didn't bring in shit, so he sent himself $100 fucking. And he again, this is another example of Tony constantly tripping over himself and being in his own way, fucking himself up. You know, never do that. If you're relying on the kindness of others and you really need money to survive, you don't want to make them think you're getting money you're not getting, because then they're not going to want to send you anything, stupid ass. It's not exactly good for your hustle, you know? He's too fucking dumb to realize that. But listen, I'm telling you guys, I've watched the amount of money he's made. Tony Pizza has made as much, if not more, than I have in the last 2.5 years.
Hold up, Piggy. I thought you just said you didn't watch other people's money. Now you just said that you've been watching Pizza's money. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay?
Hey man, did y'all just see how Piggy said that? He said that shit gay as fuck. He was like, okay.
Now, you guys say what you want, the haters and shit, but you see I live a pretty good life, right? Over the last 2.5 years, my life has only improved. Things have gotten better. Clothing, vacations, cars, everything has gone up. Nothing has gone down, right? Now I have a wife that makes about the same as me, okay? But I still wouldn't be living, like there's no way with our bills and shit, we both have to make about that amount each every month to live the way we do. And we're able to do it, okay? We're able to live pretty good. In other words, we pay a mortgage. We pay 2 car payments. We pay for groceries and gas and cigarettes. We pay utilities. We pay cell phone bills. We have a kid in the house. We have my mother I help take care of. I am a fucking clothes horse. I buy expensive clothes constantly, sneakers. Shanna has, all the designer bags and jewelry and all types of other shit. We're able to do that on what we make. Tony Pizza makes it at the very least half of what we make, and he's one person who has such a low standard of living that sleeping in a cockroach-infested motel it's no problem. It's still a luxury for him. And he just can't make it. He just never has money from one day to the next. How is that possible? It's not. Let me tell you something. Even if he has a coke addiction, it's not possible. You can't do that much coke. All right? If you could have, trust me, I would have. There's a limit. Okay? Joe Batters, $9.99. He said, match. Thank you, Joe Batters. And as you guys know, he is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. So please do as he says. Matter of fact, if you feel like donating at any point during this show, I'd appreciate it very much. I missed a day yesterday, and I'd like to have some Shanna time tonight. So if I'm entertaining you, please help out where you can. Guys, I'm telling you, man, I have never had such a low opinion of humanity as I have since I came on here. I've spent my life in some pretty bad areas and in some pretty bad situations and around some pretty bad people, okay? And I've seen a lot. I've seen, homelessness, and I've seen people, begging for, in any city neighborhood. You see all that shit on a daily basis. And you see suckers everywhere, left and right. And you see stupid people, of course. That probably half this country doesn't have 3 fucking brain cells to rub together, right? But I've never, ever seen people this stupid in my fucking life. Never. This is like if somebody came to me for coke and I sold them baking soda and they came back to me every single day to get beat all over again. This is what these people are. And again, if they think they're, it's getting them something, like they're irritating me or somebody else, that makes them even stupider, because again, you have to be out of your ever-loving mind to think that Tony's income bothers me.
There he goes, talking about the money again.
Considering my goddamn life and how I live. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Daniel. Yeah, that dog is his meal ticket. Always has been. The one before it, too. In my opinion, anyone dull enough to send Tony pizza money deserves to get fleeced. Oh, me too. Me too. Yeah, that's why I used to tell. There was months and months where I would tell people, send them money, send them more money, keep sending them money, because I want to see you get robbed. You deserve it. You're that fucking stupid. I want to see you get robbed. So, you know what I mean? Like, keep sending them money. I used to give them props. You're fucking right. Take them for every dime they got. They're just that stupid. They deserve to be robbed.
Man, you know this is the exact same way he feels about his donors. You hear how he talks about those other donors? That's exactly how he feels about his too. You can tell.
By no means do I endorse Nazis or swastikas, but it's a jail tattoo. Yeah, it is. But some people's tattoos are jail tattoos and they've never been to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you all know trailer trash and stuff. People who fucking have friends of theirs do fucking, tattoos on them with no experience and questionable equipment. You know, I know a lot of people whose tattoos are jailhouse quality, but they've never been to jail. So, well, Corinthian, my only thoughts on that is maybe he plans on going back. You know what I mean? Maybe Argo sees himself as a guy who's going to be doing a lot of prison time.
Hey man, I figured out why Piggy sucks on them water bottles like that all the time. This is what's going through his mind.
Chris Capello said Argo's a good dude. Got some varying opinions here. Chris Parks, what's up, bro? All right, there's Argo. He wants to come on. Let me drop the link. Oh, you're talking about the Ecuador thing. Corinthian, Argo is a Nazi. He could have gotten that covered up as soon as he got out of prison. I'm curious as to why he didn't get it covered up. It's pretty simple, you know, and it's not exactly a high quality tattoo. Miss Can't Be Wrong just sent me a picture of it from Matty Marinara's page. I mean, it's a jailhouse tattoo, you know, but it looks like a lot of his are. So, from what I can see. I don't know. I mean, you know, this is why I say, you understand why I ask where he was? Because if you're going to tell me you were in, Camp Hill or fucking Green is rough, but even Green or Chester or fucking Forest or Schuylkill or any of these places, you didn't need to get that. Okay, I mean, there's 28 men's prisons in Pennsylvania and 2 women's prisons, and in none of those prisons are you going to be in a position where you need to align yourself with a white supremacist organization. I can guarantee you that.
So now Piggy's gonna sit here and tell us about prison and shit like he knows. I don't know how y'all doing it up in Pennsylvania, but I know where I come from, this weak little motherfucker wouldn't last 3 minutes in our prisons. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't last there neither. I can't believe this little bitch just actually fixed his mouth to talk about fucking prison, man. You are a fucking lie. You're the kind of dude that gets extorted and fucked in prison.
I know a guy who, I'm telling you, he was the weakest, smallest pussy of a person I ever met in my life, and he did 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, right, Piggy. Like we're gonna sit and take fucking prison advice from a fucking gay little bastard like you that talks like a fucking female.
It was nothing to him. It was like he said it was a fucking cakewalk, you know. And many of my friends. Now I know everybody doesn't tell you everything that happens to them in prison, but trust me, it's not. I would know, right? If it was a situation like this, I'd see your swastika tattoo. You know what I mean? But if you're in a place like East Jersey State Prison, different story. You might be in serious danger at all times. You might be scared. I don't know. But But I have a feeling he wasn't there. But what do I know? There's no excuse for a swastika tattoo, and Slug is talking about code. Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. There isn't, but I don't know. The prison thing is...
Man, these motherfuckers are so gay. Could you imagine if any of these people went to prison? And then they're gonna sit and preach to us about how people in prison should be and what they should do.
Sorry, D. Gainey, I will. Is that what he says? He doesn't glorify his coaching or something like that? Is that what he said? I don't know.
I'm crazy. I've lost my mind.
What is your point of view of John Aylett?
Patrick, I never met the guy. I never heard of the guy. I never knew anything about him until he came up on social media. I don't know anybody that knew him. I don't know anything about him. And I've always said to myself, I'm not gonna make my name by knocking other people.
I am. Hello, people. Oh, that's that.
Alex
You know what I
Trejo, I do not have a wig. Stop spreading that nasty rumor.
I'm a fucking monster. Don't forget it. You can't fuck with me. None of you on here. None of you. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. I'm going to make you pay verbally and legally. Always verbally and legally and online. Never in real life. No. That would be against the law. I don't break the law. The towel. He's got to stick it between his legs and he's got to do this shit to wipe his ass.
All rise, King of MobTube is in session. All rise, King of MobTube is in session.
Because I got a beating. I got all fucked up. Because I got a beating. I got all fucked up. Because I got a beating. I got all fucked up. And don't forget to donate, guys. For the love of fucking Christ, there's 222 people. If I have one more fucking show where I make what I made last night, I swear to you on everything I fucking love, I'm done. I'm not fucking playing. So if you enjoy these goddamn shows and you want me on here to entertain you, fucking compensate me in some way, please. Okay, this is getting out of hand now. It's absurd. I think I made fucking, I don't even know, $30 yesterday. 50 maybe? 2 shows? Get the fuck out of here. Insane. My next step is members fucking only, but to be honest, I talked to Shanna about it last night and I said, I'm tired of being fucking taken advantage of. I'm tired of making a fool out of myself. Every time I do a show, after I do a show where I don't make any money, that's like me sending the message that I'm doing this for free and I'm not. So me and Shanna talked about it. And if I have to leave for a while, I'll just leave. I don't give a fuck. It's up to you guys. There's 219 now. Okay. So it ain't that you're unable, it's that you're unwilling. You want a show, but you don't want to fork anything over. So I can't give you a show if you can't do that.
Making all y'all bitches holler. Know what I'm saying? We some crack breakers. Man, hold up. I done swung out the swing. Pop my truck and show 5 or 6 screens. Dance 2K and it's time to turn over. I done make my Impala wood okay skill. I'm a grab for skrill, a gorilla. Out the cage, best guard the stage. I'ma go turn the page, bust his ass with the gauge. Going out, nigga, on the mic, spit my Grammy. Out of pop trunk and cut off license my M. This the pig, on the scene, bout the wreck. The mic got 10 check, out straight get the spit. Prison chain on my neck, best guard so real. Coming through, and I will tip my fifth weed. On the grain, I need stains on no main. I done caught a case with clutching too much wood grain. Off the coast, just say where's your nose? Do the liver, make you collect cold and pull sauce. Man, hold up, serving my cup. I done broke the boys off, I left stains on my buck high. And my mind is fried. Niggas told you that they would me, they lied.
I'm a serial killer, a serial killer, a serial killer.